Yep. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, man? It is your boy Ray, and this is another segment of Ray's podcast. And I'm gonna let y'all know right now, today's a special one. And why is it special? Because we got a special guest here with us. Before we get into it and introduce him who he is, y'all know I got my co-host with me from Live in the Huddle podcast. My boy Art. Was good, Art? How you feeling today?
Hey man, we got a special guest, my brother. Hey, I feel good. This gonna be a funny episode though.
Of course. Gotta have it be funny, and we're gonna hear some stories that that I don't think y'all boys really know what us people at the bottom be going through.
Bottom.
Just messing around. But for the people who might know, for the people who don't know what we talking about, the person that's joining us today, who played for Florida State, gotcha.
There you go. There you go.
Gotcha. Come on
Hey
now.
man, I was finna click off.
See, I told we gonna make it funny. Florida State got drafted by the Seahawks. Currently playing in Canadian Football League. Demarcus Christmas was good. Demarcus,
What's doing? What it do, brother?
was good, man. For the people who might not know your story yet, who is Demarcus Christmas on and off the field?
First and foremost, I want to say I'm blessed. Wouldn't be where I'm at without God. So me, I'm a person that I'm all about work. I'm not a person that talk. You probably get 2 or 3 words out of me. A guy that's just all around forever, like a good person.
I feel that. You play football, I'm guessing for all your life. When did football become serious for you and not just a game, but a career goal?
So I would say going into the 10th grade, I'm gonna get it out there. I'm the first person in my family to ever get this far, professional, college, all this. So everything was new to me. This was like a journey that I took that I had no guidance, no, not everything was all pure talent and what I was finding out along the way. I would say, repeat that question one more time.
I got you. I said, when did football become serious for you and not just a game, but a career goal?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, 10th grade. So like, I went out there. I had 10th grade. I on varsity, started varsity like 4th game of the season. I'm starting, and then all these offers are coming in, and me, I didn't know anything about offers. I didn't know anything about college, nothing whatsoever. Coach was like, "Hey man, Alabama just offered you." I'm like, "Alabama just offered me what?" All right, that was my first offer. Then everything else started rolling in. So then we go talk to my mom, like, "Hey, I'm getting scholarships. I'm getting offers." Like, she's like, "Oh, okay." So at that point, I'm like, "All right, gotta take this serious," because I was in and out of basketball. My
Okay.
first sport was basketball. Then they was like, "All right, you got to take one serious, one or the other." I said, "All right, let's do football."
So you hoop. That's what you telling me. You was hooping.
Hey man, I still can a little bit.
Ooh, okay, I like that. Rough hands like Birdman. We gotta see what you about one day.
Hey,
You know,
I don't duck no smoke.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I
Hey,
love
but hold on, bro. We
that.
can't skip past that. Your first offer was Nick Saban, Alabama,
It was
10th grade.
10th grade.
Yeah. Did he ever fly the plane to your school?
I don't know if he flew the plane there, but I've definitely sat in the office with him a couple times. So just me, him, and coach.
With
Head
the
coach.
like the little magic door, he pressed the button, the door opened, and he's sitting at the desk.
Yeah, I experienced that when I went there for the camp.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I experienced that. Yeah.
that's crazy. So like you experienced that, and you was just out there in practice. You just playing. That's what I'm getting from you. So you just out
Just
there
play, just going to work.
going to work, doing what you got to do, and then out of nowhere, Alabama come hit you up. And then like so when you heard that, like did that change your mindset in practice? Like what like hearing that in the moment can tell us like what the feeling was when you heard it. Nick Saban.
That changed my mindset with football, school, I'm like, all right, this is an opportunity to not only change my life, but to set stepping stones for everybody else that's under me and my family. And that's how I looked at it, because I had every reason in my career to quit by now. I'm going on what, year 8, year 9, year 8? Yeah, year 8.
Year 9, like 21.
Yeah, year 9, going on year 9. You gotta understand, I missed a couple from the injuries, but
Yeah,
but
nah.
yeah, year 9, man, and it's just I haven't looked at it for the money. I looked at it to where how I can get my family to see the world, for them to eventually get out of the small city where I'm from.
Mm-hmm. Motivation is one of the biggest things that can help an athlete keep going forward. And you speak on that about, like, you looked at it to get your family out the way. Before we get deeply into everything else, like, I just want to ask you a question on there. What is something that you could say to a young kid from where you from in Florida or all around the world? Like, how can they balance being able to make it or trying to make it, take care of their family, distractions, all of the above? What's a message you can give to somebody for that?
A message I get somebody for that, I would say, man, just keep faith. Everything you do gonna come with obstacles, whether it's good, bad, ugly. You got to go through it, because later on in life, it ain't gonna do nothing but teach you a life lesson. You're gonna know how to navigate life as you get older. So go through it. When you want to quit, don't quit. Just keep going.
Keep going, keep going. Who inspired you to play football growing up? I know you say you talked about basketball, but who inspired you?
So I really never had nobody that inspired me. It was just
That's
so
Crazy.
all the men in my life, like my cousins, uncle, like guys that I looked up to, were always in the prison system, chain gang. So I really didn't get to see much, and so I really didn't have much of a father figure. So I had a father, but like I didn't have like that male role model that was like hands on. So I was always aggressive, like couldn't play with my cousins. Oh, you too wild, you too wild, you too wild. I eventually played football, and it was like, all right, this keep him calm a little bit. He out there putting his hands on people, and that was my enjoyment. So, and where I was going with this,
Now you good? You
I
good?
be having a lot to say.
Now you good, man? We flowing, man. It's good.
Yeah, man. So,
I'll help you out. You saying that you ain't never really had no father figure or anybody to
yeah,
help you.
like a male figure. So it was like always outside, like outside. Like I went to this sports camp for life. They taught me how to sit down at a table, eat,
Mm.
how to set a table, how to do this, how to do that. So I'm learning all this from outsiders. And it's like I'm taking all this back and I'm bringing it back home. And I'm trying to build like this foundation at home off of what I'm learning outside.
Yeah.
So as I get to college and like teams that I'm on, the guys who played beside me was always the guy like Big Art. I fed off his energy. I fed off Naughty energy. I fed off God's energy that was beside me. Then was my big brothers. I don't have a big brother. You
Mm.
feel me? So I never had the guidance. So I fed off all the guys I played with, I would say.
Foundation, man. Sports is a big thing. Sports is a big thing, man. To have a camaraderie, have a family, and I'm glad that that worked out for you. And whoever listening to this, one of the young kids, man, just know that this is a person that that you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? That you're not alone. And then if you ever need any type of help from somebody, always ask for help. Can't do nothing by yourself. All right. So now, Art, anything you want to say before we keep flowing? This your
Yeah,
team.
yeah. So, cause I know Christmas extremely well. Like we really brothers for real. Um, you started off. I remember we did pro day. We leave pro day. We go back home. You in Florida. I'm in Georgia, and I remember it came across the screen. Well, you told us firsthand. Oh, I think I'm finna get drafted to the Seahawks. I was like, man, quit
Yeah,
playing.
I told y'all that after the combine. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I was like, bro, quit playing. They came across the screen, but we going crazy on the phone. It was you, Kelly hit back. Oh, I'm going to the Saints. Wally hit back. Oh, I had the opportunity with Arizona, but we skipped that to go to Seattle. And I'm just sitting there like, but I'm happy for all my guys when I'm gonna get my opportunity. Now I had my opportunity to go to the Canadian League first and probably pivot to the NFL, but I passed up on it, right? For you, you went to the NFL, then you went Canadian, right? But you never lost sight of the mission. You always put the work in and you always kept moving forward. Any advice for people who have to pivot before they get to that main goal?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you that it's some of the hardest shit you're gonna have to do in life. It's never gonna look like when it comes to football. We love a game that don't love us back. We love a game that don't love us back. You feel me? Because at any day moment, that game could be gone. But say your question again, bro.
Any advice for like people who they want to go from point A to point B? They think it's a straight shot, but sometimes you got to pivot, little curves, heels, and everything. Any advice to them people?
Yeah. So what I would say about that, man, is just keep faith in God first and foremost. And like I said before, it's a lot of obstacles that come with this situation. And I know you had your situation was you got a family, so it was different for you. You understand? You had a family coming out of college. Me, I don't have kids, so I could, you feel me, fuck off, not fuck off, but
Yeah,
see where it takes me. Every year I see like where it takes me. All right, I just ruptured my Achilles, now I'm out the NFL. Yeah, I had the opportunity to come back. Still was ended up getting a new GM, so it was out the way. So I ended up going to see the new GM that he told me to go to the CFL, get a year, get film. That's what they usually tell you: get film, come back.
yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. That's what they told me.
So I went. I did year one, had a great year. Year two, had a great year. No call, no nothing. Teams, oh, we interested. No nothing. Yeah, it got hard. I got, people go through, frustrated, discouraged. You're going to go through that. I'm pretty sure you went through that, Art, knowing that, damn, this might be the last play. So what I would say is, man, you just gotta keep, if that's your, always have a plan B. First off, I would say something I would have did different. That first set of money, I would have instantly started a business. Whatever your first contract is, make sure you make that grow. And then after that, it's a cakewalk. But the thing is, you just got to keep going, man. And if it ain't looking like worthy, like you got other stuff outside of football that you got to take care of. It's this, that, and the third. Luckily, I didn't, but you got to do what's right for you.
No, I feel that because they always tell us, concentrate on football. Football gonna take care of you, but in reality, you look at the top guys. It's not football that takes care of them. They have to take care of themselves, bro, and that's something that they never tell us because they want to keep the carrot in front of us, so we just keep playing football.
Right.
So y'all saying that take us through the football journey. At Florida State. When you decided to commit there, because you said that your first offer was Alabama, and so what made you decide to go to Florida State? And then let's talk about the journey at Florida State. Let's deep dive what people on the outside don't know about.
So, what made me commit to Florida State? I don't know. I took a visit there. We did a one summer. That's when I first met Art at Florida State camp. Even though he didn't come out there and work out, but anyhow,
I worked out.
No, he
I
didn't.
can't.
No, he didn't. He came
They
out
said,
the
bro.
camp. He
They
got there with his
Oh,
said, no.
hold
They
on,
said,
hold
no.
on. Let him finish the story.
Okay.
I'm saying? You ain't gonna work out. That's another conversation we're gonna talk about another day. But go
That's
ahead,
crazy.
That's
and
crazy.
then just looking at the history with Eddie Goldman, now Lawrence, just looking at stuff like that. But no, so I'm starting to get mail. Like every day I'm getting to my locker, I got stacks of mail. So my head coach, he's like, hey, we need some of this mail to die down. You're getting a lot of mail, so you need to go ahead and commit to Alabama. And I was like, why everybody think? My mom was like, yeah, you need to go and commit to Alabama. You need to go and everybody's like, you need to go and commit to Alabama. I was like, nah, I want to go to Florida State. It was just something about Florida State when I first stepped on that campus that I just knew I was like, this home for me. And that's how I picked it.
Let me see, Chris. Was it Florida? Or was it just the Florida?
No, nah.
I feel
Can't
that.
even put the pause in there like that, Florida State.
I know I'm gonna keep throwing that and messing around with you. Nah, like, but you chose Florida State, obviously. Like, was it just because it was a little biasness and thing like that, or nah? Just like how you said that, it was just you felt it. Because normally people when they hear Alabama, first thing they like, I'm going to Bama. Like,
So yeah, I committed the end of like October of my 10th grade year. I committed to Florida State. Like,
okay.
and then going into my senior year, they win the national championship. I was like, yeah, it's only right. I've been committed there 2.5 years. I'm going to Florida State. We won national championship. I had no doubt in my mind that I was going to change. No, nothing.
All right. Art, man, you ain't going to workouts.
So look, see, our journeys are different, right? They hit me up. They recruit me at the time out of North Carolina, and they was like, we sent the coach to come see you play. You look good. We want to see if you can do it in person. So they was like, come to the camp, but come to the second half and just do the bad work. So I was like, okay, bet. And him and Fred talk about it all the time. I got to camp. I slapped the bags. I was done. That was it.
I met him on the 50-yard line in the middle of the end zone. I think the camp was over with.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think you was in camp with Fred. You weren't in camp because they shut me down early.
Yeah, because
They
it was
shut me
me
down
and
after the
Fred.
first camp. Yeah.
Man, in the bag, and then so Art, you ain't put that work in, man.
Man, let me tell you something. So it's a story that he not telling y'all when we actually
I was getting to it.
Okay. Well, go ahead then, because I got
so we enrolled in school. So we at school now, and I think it's like the first week. I think he's not cleared yet, and one of the guys show up late. So we doing our dumb patrol, pencil rolling and stuff like that. We doing our punishment. So Art, he's not cleared, so he got to stand there and watch. So you feel me? I ain't gonna cap. I came into college out of shape. I thought that I needed to be. I don't know, for some reason I needed to be big.
Yeah.
To play D tackle for State. So I was eating. I was out of shape. I ain't gonna cap. I was out of shape. But we out there pencil rolling. I can't. You can't be in shape for that. And Art, all I heard was Art. Come on, bro. Come. I was like, hey, bro, listen here. Don't even talk to me right now. You ain't doing this. Don't say nothing to me.
Hey, nah, bro, because it was I came 2 weeks late because I had to take an online class to get my GPA up because I had SAT scores at the time, but I needed GPA. I get there 2 weeks late. I go to the workouts. I can't work out. Coach Vic said, y'all better motivate y'all teammates or I'm gonna make y'all pencil roll too. I went over there to the big boys. I seen Christmas. He looked up at me. I looked at him. I was like, come on, bro. You got it. He gave me a look. I was like, yeah, we finna box on the field. I'm gonna just leave you alone. And that's really where we connected from that and having to do workouts and run to that was it a 7 or 8 o'clock class we all had to run to?
No, the library. You talking about when they locked the locker room, we had to switch clothes to make sure we make it to class on time. We had to jump the gate to get to the locker room, and change our shoes, and then run to the library, and then we met up there. Then we broke it off and everybody went to class.
We had to beat we had to beat the coaching staff to the library. This is where it's fucked up at. They don't tell you this shit in college, bro. The coaching staff is on little pro side by sides. They're riding playing music through the campus. Oh, y'all better hurry up. If y'all don't beat us, y'all gotta do it again. See, they don't tell people that type of stuff about college, man.
So before we get into the stuff that they don't, I like that. Where we going? Some people don't know what pencil rolling is. So can y'all explain to people what that is? Because y'all saying it, but they don't know what that
So
means.
I only can demonstrate. So you go hands up like this, and you just go roll.
Yeah, you gotta
100 yards.
Yeah.
Was it 100 and back? Oh,
Yeah,
I know
we had the
crawl
two
before you
fields.
walk.
We had the two fields, and we was on the first field, and you got to lay down flat. So you got the whole freshman class laying on the end zone flat, stretch all the way out, and you got to roll all the way down the 100, roll back. We do that. We get up. We look. Fred rolled the 100 and rolled like 60 yards on the other field, and we was like, Fred, and he looked up. What y'all doing over there? You on the wrong field, fool. And they was like, man, just get up, go ahead, go inside.
Pencil rolling.
Yeah.
So are y'all timed on that?
The pencil rolls wasn't timed. It was impossible to be timed.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure,
You just had to make sure. Listen, you gonna get them rolls in, so it don't even matter. You gonna get them 100 yards.
It's ways to cheat it, but you still gonna be dizzy as hell. But it's like little tricks to it.
All right, so y'all talk about y'all had to work out early. Y'all had to hurry up and get to class, or library specifically, but the class. You guys had a facility, and I hear that Art just said a second field. If that's what I'm getting, there's another field.
Yeah, you got offensive field, defensive field.
Yeah,
and then you got the endo, so it's technically 3.
Yeah.
And that's where something I want to talk to y'all about right there.
Listen, you don't want all them fields.
It's just the resources, It's just the hearing that. I tell Art off camera, Christmas, like, we had a weight room, but our weight room really wasn't our weight room. It was really there was a different weight room for the football team. We had a good year. We won the conference championship and all of that stuff. We had to pay for our own shoes. We had to pay for our championship rings. And when we worked out in the morning, we didn't have a specific like trainer. The person that trained us was the track coach. So we didn't have a real weight room trainer or nothing like that. Like, it was just really getting it out the mud. And if you get shots up on your own, that's on you. And if you don't, see you in practice.
That man said, y'all never flew anywhere, did y'all?
Oh, fly. We ain't flying nowhere.
Tell him how y'all had the bus from North Carolina to Virginia, get off the bus, grab something to eat at Subway, and play in the game, and then ride back.
Oh yeah, we now we go to Georgia, we get like the nice bus there. But if we go because we're in North Carolina, so if we go anywhere close, right there by the school, we got like the small bus, like the AAU bus, basically. You know what I'm saying? And we go to Cracker Barrel, or we go to Subway, and then we go right into the game, and then come right back home. It ain't
same night.
Same night.
No hotel.
No hotel. Only time we do a hotel is if we go to Georgia or something like that.
So that means y'all get to skip a lot of classes.
Nah, not really. Nah, not really. Nah, not really. I mean, if you got an evening class, but nobody really not taking too many evening classes, yeah, bro. Like, and if we got a game in Georgia, if we do, we gonna leave right before we gonna take that little bus ride. We're going to get something to eat. And right off the bus, we're going straight in the game. It's very rare that we stay overnight and play the next day, unless we got 2 games back to back, Friday and Saturday. So knees all messed up. We getting it ain't no flying. We ain't never fly. I ain't never seen a plane. At my only time I see the planes when I buy a ticket myself.
That's crazy.
But what was it like, for you playing in the ACC? Because everyone thinks about the ACC being only basketball, and you played at Florida State at the time where, like you said, that they, did win the championship. Before you got there, legendary players just came out of there. What is it like playing in the ACC? Or what was it like playing ACC?
Man, I had a blast in the ACC. I'm not gonna even front with you. I know I was more of like a SEC like size defensive tackle. I know a lot of ACC defensive tackles are a little bit smaller, but man, like I had a blast. I like I said before, like the experience was all off my brotherhood that I had. Big Art, Naughty, guys like that. That's where all my fun came from. But like playing Clemson and shit like that, that shit was it was fun. Like I don't know, it was like one of the best games I had against Clemson. Like 7 tackles, it was some crazy numbers. My senior year, but yeah, ACC it was lit.
Going into Clemson or going into any game, was you ever nervous?
I wouldn't. So me before every game, I always got the butterflies. I don't know. I feel like you ain't nervous is not important to you.
I feel
So I'm still nervous before games. I don't know. It's just me.
And your best game, well, I ain't gonna say the best game because you just say you had 7 tackles, so it was one of your best games. What was a game that you will never forget? Like it was tough, it was hard as hell.
It was
But
the
like,
Clemson game.
oh,
That's why I
okay,
talk
okay.
it. So it was like our D. It wasn't even like offense versus defense. It was our D line against their D line. That's how we had it. We had it like that. They had what Big Dexter, Christian
Hey,
Wicked. They had it. So like when that grade sheet came out at the end of when I already know their names. I knew that. Well, not against. I ain't gonna say it like that, but when the stats come out, I want my name to be on the top, just along with theirs. So I remember that game. We out there like we was on the yard line. I'm like, hey Corey, because they put the D tackles in on offense for them to run short yards. I'm like, hey Corey, they coming your way. I know they're not gonna run my way. Hey bro, they coming your way. They coming your way. They coming. You see me like this point. They get in there, take the ball in. Like that game was like reading a book. I done read it over so many times. Like I knew what play was coming, when it was coming. So
and you said you knew what plays were going. What goes through your mind, before a snap as a defensive lineman?
that has changed over the years for sure. Now that I'm like development wise, I don't think we had. No, I ain't gonna speak on that. But so what be going through my head when I'm down the D line? So like it's just my keys for real. Like knowing that I watch film all week, like I'm just looking at the tendencies that I've seen on the field, and I'm just working off that. I go off what I see on film, like whatever 3 moves I done seen that guy get beat with. I'm trying to mimic that person that beat them that game. That's how I look at it.
Mm.
So we talked about sound like Odell. What's your keys? Um, what is truly the hardest part about playing not just college football, but college football on a big level? Because we went to Florida State, so they can make the jokes now, but Florida State is a powerhouse program. So, like, is there any pressure to put on that garnet and gold?
There's always pressure, man. You put that shit on, man. It's time to go to work, man. Hey, listen, it's do or die. That's it.
When we had Jimbo always preached being tough. Like he always want guys that he can walk down the alley with, get in a bar fight with, right? Those pregame speeches, um, can you describe mentally what it takes to play at that level. And you said your best game was Clemson. That year, Clemson had arguably the greatest defensive line ever assembled.
Right. So, me, honestly, when it came to pregame speeches, I never listened to them. Like, I watch them, like, I know it's crazy. If you ever see like videos when they do a pregame speech, I got a towel over my head, and I'm really not like I be in my own zone. I told you I'd be nervous, so like I just be I don't hear no noise.
None.
Only thing I know like from pregame, see a little, see a lot, see nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing.
Do you so when like hold on, bro?
Blackout mode. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, because we got it's a part of the speech where he says kick 3 times and we have to say kick back. So do you do that?
So I ain't gonna count with you. You remember? I
Um,
always thought it was hit. I ain't gonna even count with you. I thought everybody was saying hit. I'll tell you, I did not listen to it. Every play ends with a kick, hit.
Every play ends in a kick. Every play ends in a kick. Every play ends in a kick. If you got to block 2 people, run over somebody, jump over somebody, hit somebody, do your job. Defense, make the tackles. Alignment, assignment, technique. Physical football. All we need is a crumb. All we need is a crumb. All we need is a crumb. Offense. If you got to block your man, if you got to block 2 people, make the block. Running back, hit the holes 1-on-1 with the safety. Make the move. Touchdown. Receivers, run the routes. Get open. Get in the end zone. Quarterbacks, make the throws.
All right here.
Like I remember that shit. It gave me goosebumps to this day.
It's that talk right
there.
You
know what? He preached all that in the middle of the week. So like when they came to the game, I already knew what he was finna say. So it was like I'm already checked in. I'm already in the game. When them little 15-minute clock rundown, we done came back in. I'm ready to go.
You said that you'd be nervous before the game. I only have one time when I get nervous. It's the home games. How do you feel walking out that locker room when they bust open the doors? We got to walk past everybody. You know, we slap the Seminole sign, and they open the other big doors, and we right there in the tunnel, and you just hear that war chant. Everybody going crazy. How does that feel?
That's what I know is real. Like, all right, it's time to go to war. And if you ever noticed that I was always the one to always make the first play of the game.
Look at it, the man got to throw it in
there. Hey, bro, when them doors open, I just know it's like, all right, the nervousness is like it's starting to ease, and then to that first play, and I get out there and make that first lick, then it's I know it's go time.
Have you ever had a point? Because I know you be focused when you go in the game. Have you ever had a moment pre-game, like when we played Miami, or last year that we was finna fight them pre-game, like where something just kind of like threw you off?
I don't think it was pre-game that threw me off. I think it was halftime that threw me off. It was halftime. Well, we was up. How much we was up? 17-21, something like that. It was like 17 or 21 zip.
Yeah.
17 or 21 zip. It was. I know we was up like and they ain't scored yet. And we came in there. I ain't gonna mention no names, but they was like, "Oh yeah, we playing like a bunch of losers because of the fighting." And you know, of course, we got a new coaching staff, so I don't know if they understand the chemistry of Florida State and Miami or what, but all that camaraderie and people coming together, that's what Florida State and Miami do. And for us to do that right before the halftime and then come in there and we 21-17, whatever it was, and was told that we was playing like losers, and knowing that we had a young team and a lot of guys checked out, to be for real with you, and then they end up coming back winning. I would say that's what really threw me off when we came in that we up 21 and we was told we was playing like losers.
Now and you did hit a point. We did have a new coaching staff. Jimbo, they told Jimbo he had to leave before the end of the season, and we got Taggart, who he was the first black head football coach at Florida State. And what was just the difference as far as the culture that he was bringing in and what we was used to with Jimbo?
So I'll speak on Jimbo first. Jimbo was more of he was for his players. He made sure his players were straight. He made sure, we never needed for nothing. Whether it came to we need a space to park. All right, let me talk to the school. We're going to get y'all some parking spots, get y'all your own little parking spots so y'all get to practice, class, whatever it is y'all need to. And then we had coming into my senior year, I don't how should I say it? I don't know if he was for his players or was he for the outside noise.
I see what you're saying.
You feel me? It was more of we were seeing differences once people spoke out on social media, like fans and stuff like that. We seen those changes. We never seen changes for the players. I don't know. I felt like I was more of a college vibe, like student athlete with Jimbo. To my senior, felt like I was definitely in the military.
Yeah,
Mandatory dinner,
it real
mandatory breakfast, mandatory this, mandatory that. I'm hitting the damn table.
That's because it's coming back to you. It's coming back.
I remember Jimbo. Jimbo is very serious. Jimbo, I always tell people, Jimbo and Nick Saban are one and the same. They come from the same coaching tree. Nick
Right.
Saban is more defense. Jimbo is offense. But Jimbo, you got to go to practice. It's no music. It ain't no music whatsoever. You got to handle your business. If you don't handle your business, he'll start that practice over and kick everybody out so we can start it over. With Willie, I remember I made the move to offense. We messed up. We messed up a play, and we looking at the quarterback looking at the offensive line, receivers. We all looking at each other. Oh, we messed up. Boom, boom. We got to do this. Our bet. We lining up to run it again. He said no. Next play, and I was like, the fuck do you mean next play? We have to correct this. He was like, no, next play, we'll correct it on the back end. And that was like the first sign that shit was probably gonna hit the fan because we didn't make the correction.
Yeah, that mean a lot, man. That that's a whole shift from y'all, honestly. You
It
know,
was definitely a whole shift with like I would say like even like defensively too. We changed our whole defensive scheme.
Yeah.
But with the new scheme, we were still getting coached to play the old scheme.
yeah, that's confusing.
Two gap and just shooting, you feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about that right there. You know, we all college athletes. Obviously, you guys played at a big level, and you know most people on the outside who played in high school or played, you know, in little league or whatever, and they would be like, "Ah, man, the defense is so bad now." They just be speaking on, or the offensive team suck and thing like that in that nature, but they don't understand what you just said. You have a new coach. You have things that you're trying to, you know, come together with, but you got the old, like you're confused. Like, what am I trying to do? Now you got a structure of, like you said, art, like, we fucked up. You feel me? We going, let's get it over. Nah, next play, move on. Like, what the hell does that do to y'all that like people don't be understanding? Like they just think like, oh, they're pros or they division one, they're supposed to just get it. Speak on that for us.
Me?
Yeah, yeah. Am I
Yeah, you
going?
Oh,
start first.
I
Yeah.
thought you said art. But yeah, so I would say, okay, being with Jimbo for what, 4 years and knowing one defense to my senior year, being able to, I guess the defense gave me a lot more freedom. And the coach we had didn't respect freedom. He always wanted us to be structured. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Art, you got me laughing, bro. I ain't gonna...
Nah, because it's like you right, because it was structure, but it'll get to the point where it's like, all right, fuck structure. We need y'all to make a play. Do what you got to do.
Right. And I don't even know where to go with it, bro. It was crazy. So I would say that transition. I'm that transition was crazy. I don't even think he knew how to teach those techniques to that defense. So it wasn't even like it. It is what it was.
When we see Florida State now, and I remember the last year we was there, we was tough on ourselves because we didn't want to be the class that we broke the bowl streak. We ended up breaking the bowl streak. We had a losing record our senior year. But you know, the older guys was like, it's not y'all fault. We still proud of y'all. When you see Florida State now, um, and more on the defense, missing tackles, not being able to tackle, the defense, the integrity is not there, the discipline not there. Like, how does that make you feel?
Man, I tell you, man, bro, I just turned the TV off. That's all I can say. If they say if you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing, bro. I just turned the TV off, bro, and I'll just leave it at that. But all I can say is, man, I trusted Norvell. Like every national championship team, what they had, player ran team, man. When we went undefeated, what it was, it looked like shit. Looked like them boys had a player ran team. So it was like, hey, once you figure out those guys, and hopefully you can get some freshmen in there that can, take those years to develop and become that, and because it's hard, like with the transfer portal, grabbing guys that do 1 or 2 years and to get up out of there. Yeah, they might come with some good, like Verse or 5-5, those
Yeah.
guys like that. If you find some guys like that to come in there to run the team and get everybody on one accord, man, you'll be successful. So it's just finding those guys.
Do you think that's what we struggle with more? Just really everybody around the country trying to pull guys out the portal versus developing the talent that you already have?
Bro, I can't even speak on that, bro. I try not to follow the portal stuff, bro. I can't even speak on it.
It's crazy. What was your best memory from FSU?
Man, I don't even think my best memories had anything to do with football. Man, it's just being around my brothers, man. Y'all know, man. Like I can take this conversation and I can take this question and go forever with it. But I would say one of my favorite moments. I would just say anytime we in that meeting room with Odell, bro. Bruh, Odell stories. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say them now, but
Yeah, and we go leave them stories for when he retire, so they can't say
hey,
nothing about my
I
guy.
speak on them when we retire. But man, I would say some of my best memories happened in that D line room, bro.
That's what's up, man. What's one of your funny stories in college
Funny stories.
or story? Give us, you ain't gotta say too much.
One of the funny, if he watching this, he gonna be mad at me. But anyway, I'm finna say it anyway. Uh, so we was at practice. So one thing we came in as our freshman D line, we was like, hey, bro, whatever we do, bro, we not gonna let nobody break us, bro. Don't be broke out here, bro. Don't cry. Don't let nobody break you, bro. So one of my closest dogs, man. We out there, it's hot. Don't get me wrong, practice hot, Yeah, and coach say, hey man, y'all playing like a bunch of bitches. I knew in my mind that we wasn't playing. I knew we was out there working hard, but it got to him that day. He was like, "Why you recruit me here then?" I'm like, "Bro, this your fifth season. I mean, this your season. Yeah. What you mean? You can't say that. Why you recruit me here? It's over with, bro." But them dog days.
Yeah, we got a question from somebody in the comments. They said, "I got a question for Christmas. Given the nature of the transfer portal, do you think you'll leave or stay all 4 years?"
I would stay. I'm just a person that I know that my work ethic gonna get me where I need to go. And my work ethic might not look the prettiest. You feel me? I'm gonna go 110%. My body might shut down before we finish, but hey, I'm gonna give you 110% every time. But no, I would say, hey man, dig them 4 years out, man. Build where you at, because every place you go, new defense, new teammates. One thing I've learned as I got older is you got to build chemistry with the guys that you play against. You got to know how they play and to play off them. So, hey man, if you leaving 2-3 years in or however it is, just know you got to go over there and feel me. Everywhere you go is competition.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna dodge that.
Facts. Mental toughness and pushing through. And speaking about mental toughness, man, you have a injury. You know, you just had an injury, an Achilles injury. While playing. Let's talk about that, man. Like the mental battle of what you actually going through. Like, how's your mind through this process? What happened? Like, if you feel comfortable speaking about it.
So I actually tore both of my Achilles. I tore my first Achilles in 2020. I was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We was going through OTAs, and it was just a simple. We was flipping, doing the hand movements on the bag, and bah, it was gone. Man, I'm like, I had just came off a back injury from my rookie year. That's I was with Seattle a year and a half. I came off a back injury there. Then I got to Pittsburgh. I ended up tearing the Achilles, and it was like, dang, this is like less than 2.5 years. I'm hurt. So after I tore my Achilles, I was like, I was down, man. I was down. But the team, the Steelers, man, shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Tomlin, man. They kept me close. They made sure like my mental was straight. They had me down in the hotel down the road. When they didn't want to leave out the room, they just made me come downstairs, come down to the facility, man, just wiggle your toes, man. They always, they kept me upbeat. I would say Achilles injury is probably one of the worst ones to get, but it's like you'll come back from it. Now, recently, last year, I tore my second Achilles. I tore my right one. I knew that the first one took me out the league. So when I tore this one, I was in a game. I partially tore it. And I was like, I came to the sideline. I walked off. I was like, hey, man, something ain't right. My Achilles feel weird. And we went over there. I could still get on my toes. But, doing the research from my first one, they was like, you partially tear it. You possibly no surgery, let it heal on its own. So I was like, I feel like I got a partial. I ain't say that, but it's like, tape it up, I'm going to go. If it fully tear, I know I can get the surgery. I'm straight. So I go out there, I get a sack. I think I get a sack, a tackle, and then like the series after that, the whole thing goes. So I get over there. They was like, nah, it looks straight. Like I could still feel like the Achilles back there. It's like I thought I was straight. When the MRI'd it and figured out it was torn, so I was like, damn, like, all right, now I'm thinking career-wise, like, is it over with? It should be over with. I ain't gonna say it should be over with, but you feel me? Without a doubt, any D lineman that done tore both Achilles, that shit is over with. But it's been hard, but I'm getting through it though.
You said you tore both of your Achilles. You said this. You had the surgery for the first one. The second one, you felt like you partially tore it in the game, and you kept playing. You told them to tape it. Can you just talk about like that mental toughness? Me and Ray, we speak about it all the time. He feels like football players are crazy. Like you just said, you felt like you partially tore, and you told them to tape it. Can you just talk about that mental toughness?
Man, I was just in my mind. I was like, it was just a flash of like life. Like football is my love. Like I like this shit is like, what's the word? Like it's just that's this. I love the game. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But when I felt that, I was like, damn. Like my first one took me out the league. The second one, I can't let take my career. I'm at least try to get 1 or 2 years on it before I retire. Unless I get to camp and I just feel like, oh, it's no coming back.
Yeah.
But that was the first thing that came to my mind. And then I had the right people around me that always kept me in check, It's always like, I call Art up on the phone. I call the group. I always call the group. Anytime I feel discouraged, I hit the group chat. Let me hear my boys, man. See how they doing. That's how I keep myself up.
And then we talking about injuries, right? I remember it was a time where every Alabama great coming out of college will get injured within like first couple of years in the NFL. Can you talk about the work and the grind in college ball? Coming out of practice with full body cramps, you had to get carried out of practice, get IVs and all that stuff.
Man, like, bro, like I don't know. I felt like I did everything right to not cramp, and it was like I don't know what it was, bro. For some reason, I always, after every practice, I come off field, I'm locked up. It's something. I remember they even ordered like tanks for the team because I was
Yeah.
cramping up.
You remember they had like the semi trailer containers out there, but it was like a big ice tub, not ice tub, but like you walk in, you sit down, it's freezing cold. They had to get like special popsicles and all that stuff.
They had special popsicles, bottles of pickle juice. Like they had everything that I could possibly need for a cramp. They just knew I was gonna cramp. I knew I was gonna cramp after every practice, but I don't know. I feel like it just made me numb to a lot of pains for some reason. So it's all mental.
Let's we ain't talk about, draft night. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got drafted, I know you spoke on it earlier, and what was it like getting drafted? Like what
Man,
happened? Like your family, like you finally did it. Like yes, all of it, all the work done came through. Like because to get drafted, man, not too many people can actually talk about that or say that.
I ain't count with you, man. My family left before I got drafted. Everybody had to left the house. Um, I'm just sitting there. It went down to day 3. We sitting there on the couch. My phone rings. The Buffalo Bills called me first, and it's like we finna grab you in the 7th. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just lay down and take a nap until we get to the 7th round. So, but my family hadn't already left. They thought I was gonna go day 2. So everybody had them left. It's just me, my mom, my sister, my grandma. That was just us, and it just me sitting on the couch. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. I'm like, dang, it's taking too long when I'm gonna come off. They're like, we gonna get you in the set. By the time I went to put the phone down and hang up, Seattle was calling. Hey, we finna grab you right now. I said, okay, let's do it. 206 pick. So I looked around. My mama said she looked at me. She's like, you just remember how everybody left you before you got here, and that was that, man. After that, man, I think we went after I got drafted. You know what? We went to eat Applebee's.
Hey,
Marshawn Lynch.
But y'all froze.
oh, we froze. We froze.
I said, nah, he froze now.
Yo,
Yeah, we see you, we hear you.
We see you. You here? Let me see. So, you good? Oh, I think we frozen on his end.
Yeah.
He good on our end. He went to Applebee's. He went to Applebee's right right
That
right
man
after
said
that drop.
Applebee's. I would have thought he was gonna say like Chili's, Longhorn, something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove him real quick. Probably he come back in. He said he went to Applebee's right after. Get him right back in here too. Send him that link back in to get him right back in. There you go. He right here. We all good. Let's see what's going on. Yo, you back? You good?
we back. Yeah,
All
y'all
right.
had froze over me. Where I was at?
You said that you went to Applebee's right after you got drafted.
Oh,
Art
y'all
said
heard that?
March.
I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
we heard everything you said.
Yeah, man. We ended up. My pops ended up coming, man. We went out to Applebee's. We didn't even get no food. We just went and had drinks, man. Had a good time. That was it, man. It was chill. Nothing spectacular, but it was one of the greatest experiences ever, though. And I had it in one of the most humblest ways, man. Nobody but God, man.
That's what's up. Hey, so look, we got this conversation that me and Art be having. You probably done seen this viral before. We got a lot of people be arguing about it. My answer may be shocking to you. What is harder, football or basketball?
And ball is harder without me fucking fouling. That football is physical. You feel me? Don't get me wrong, that's the hardest. But like me as a person, I know I'm gonna foul out at basketball. So I'll say that's my hardest sport.
Now, learning football or learning basketball, which one is easier to you?
Football. Football.
Yeah.
Football is easier. So
Hmm.
football is easier to learn, but basketball is harder to you
Yeah, physically.
physically. All right. Art, what you got?
Basketball harder. I feel like you got to have more skill in basketball. Like you can give somebody a basketball and tell them to shoot. It don't mean that the ball gonna go in, or you can tell them to dribble. It don't mean that they're not gonna be looking down, watching the ball dribbling like a 3-year-old. I feel like it's a lot more skill. I feel like it's easier to train somebody to be a football player. Like it's hard, but it's not that hard.
I think I look at it different than y'all. I think for me as being a basketball player, I think football is harder just because everything leading up to it matters more than basketball. Like every week matters. We both everybody's injured, but y'all literally trying to take each other head off. And y'all probably going through it in practice and things like that. And then when you talk about, you made it to the NFL, and then if you compare like the NFL to the NBA, obviously the NBA plays more games, but like every week matters for NFL. Like you can't lose 6 games and then expect to be in the playoffs. You can lose 35, 40 games, and depending on if you're in the East or whatever, you still can make it, you know. But I guess training, I think it's both. I just think that football, you need to be more stronger than obviously basketball. We both, I think we all agree on that.
It depends on the position.
Okay,
It depends.
so wide receivers, you're saying basically, I'm guessing, I'm assuming wide receivers don't have to be that strong.
Not how you think, right? So like even if you look at a quarterback, when a quarterback work out, they really don't pump iron. It's just more
Muscle
movement and
memory.
mobility with the shoulder.
Okay.
And I've seen quote unquote, they might be strong to you, but like weak offensive linemen. Like I seen a guy who couldn't bench 225 and he got drafted to the Bucks.
And those
Mm,
usually are like offensive tackles, basketball guys.
Yeah.
mm. Okay. All right. Couple more, and then we won't keep you too long. Christmas. I know Art gonna ask you some the NBA question. I clearly don't know what he about to ask you on that. So
Oh
don't.
no, I'm saving that, saving that.
But the best trash talk that you ever heard in the field.
I think it came from a fan. I don't even think not too many people said nothing to me on the field. I don't know. I ain't really had no trash talking old lineman, but it was a game.
What game?
It was Louisville. We was down in Louisville. I think this was the game. I don't know. I don't know if Art and them ever spoke on it. This was like the when we had the Hunted Hotel. We stayed in the Hunted Hotel. This was
Tell them about
2016. This when Lamar went crazy on us, bro. We stayed in the Hunted Hotel. We was like 3 to 4 people to a room. Like people was in there sleeping on the floor, got the Bible on their chest. It was crazy, bro. And so we was getting ready to warm up. So I go out there, and I usually have more like that. So I got a bad hairline. I got a bad hairline. Hey man, it is what it is. I'm bald head now, but so I went out there and we was warming up, and the lady was like, "Hey, Christmas, where's your hairline?" Everybody, they already know how I am about my head. I always keep on the hat. They know I feel naked if I ain't got no hat on. So it was like, all right. She said this to me. Like I'm in there. We coach going through the speech and stuff. That's the only thing that's running through my head. Like what she just said to me. I'm like, oh man. So we get out there, and then like the game just went the worst possible way ever. I was like, wow. It was
Dang.
sick.
Yeah, that's when they brought out them. They debuted the chrome helmets, the red chrome helmets. You can just type in Lamar Jackson college highlights. You'll see it. Like it's probably the first one.
I'm telling you, like his draft day little what's for highlights. We was like every other play.
Florida State, bro.
All right, this might be another. This might be a question right here to make you think a little bit. But your dream defensive lineup of legends to ever play this game.
Mm.
Now, you could give us Florida State, or you could give us the league, whichever one you decide.
Let's go league. Let's go. We're gonna go Aaron Donald.
Okay.
I don't want to go too far back.
It's you.
Reggie White.
Yeah.
Um, Diaz.
Right. Got him thinking. Got him thinking.
I knew he was gonna say Reggie
Ah,
White.
huh?
I knew he was gonna say Reggie White. That's your guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. I got to give it to my boy. Miles Garrett. Put Miles Garrett on there, and Brian Burns. Put a Noel in there.
Mm.
Put a Noel in there. Brian Burns.
Okay. Okay. And I got one more for you, and then I'll let Art take do his stuck dizzle. If you could sack any quarterback in the history, who would it be?
Lamar. It'd be Lamar.
Okay. I bet.
Right.
Let's get it, Art. What you gotta say?
So we already asked you about the advice. You still with Toronto, right?
Right.
Didn't y'all just win the Grey Cup last year?
No.
All right. Y'all with to you
They
with
won the Grey Cup last year. I wasn't there. I was in Edmonton.
you switched over last year.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you back 100% this year, right?
Back 100% this year.
What's your expectations for this year?
Coming off, so my expectations never changed from last year. I just knew I had it figured out to where I was going to make CFL All Stars and get all the credentials that I needed as a player in the CFL. Um, and those are my same goals this year. I'm not letting the injury make me feel any less of myself. Every game gonna be at me. I don't know. This year is personal because it could be the last. You feel me? This is my last year on the contract, and now that the injury report gonna come out that I have two torn Achilles, it might not be. You feel me after that, but I'm gonna take this year and I'm gonna take it to. You feel me? I'm gonna take it to the max. Do what I can to get those credentials.
Okay. Um, and you already done did the rehab. I'm trying to think if we missed anything, right? We got the advice. Um, we got the personal experience. We talked about FSU. Um, I think we hit all bases. Anything that you working on? That's supposed to be coming out. I know you done started back fishing and recording. About time.
Yeah, man. Right now, I'm finna start a YouTube channel fishing. I know they all been begging me to do that shit, and I'm gonna finally, put it to use. Um, so I'm doing that, and as of right now, I'm trying to start a nonprofit for kids like myself that didn't have that guidance, and have guys that could come in, and talk, and women like career people that can just come in and get them all the knowledge they need, and get them set in stone for their futures and stuff like that. So I'm gonna work on that.
All right. Yeah. I think that's everything. You got anything, Ray?
I'll say whatever you got going on, just shoot it to me. I'll support. You know what I'm saying? I'll share it, and I definitely tell the people because I'm from New Jersey, so I tell people from North Carolina, and I live in California, and I'm a coach as well. So definitely would be a good resource to have people hear you more outside of this platform. So anything you got going on, man, just let me know, and for sure I'm down to support.
No, for sure. Appreciate it. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think we hit everything. We got our funny stories. I wasn't expecting you to say Lamar, but hey, it don't matter. Lamar's a legend, though.
I don't think I touched him in the backfield when I was there. So,
All right, okay, yeah, man. That's all that we got. Demarcus Christmas, join Ray's podcast. Join Live in the Huddle podcast. First of many. And I think I got one last thing to ask you, and it's not like no deeply. If you can um help us out with anyone to interview next or to get on here, who's the person that will it be?
who you put on here next? Y'all thinking Florida State or just anybody?
Anybody you think that'll be a good person to come up here for us to rap with them, interview them, tell a story, all above.
See, we spoke on Fred earlier. I think we should, give Fred a call. I think y'all should give Fred a call.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, that interview will do numbers. Yeah, that's gonna do numbers.
Now, for the audio people who don't know and the people who's in here, who is Fred exactly?
Fred don't give a damn. Fred Craig Jones.
Fred choo choo.
Choo choo.
All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get Fred on here. Let's work that out. All right. And that's all for the day in this live stream of Ray's podcast, Live in the Huddle, Ray's podcast with Demarcus Christmas. Appreciate you coming out again, and we're gonna talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Be blessed. I appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Art, anything you gotta say before we go?
Real quick, Christmas, you want to tell the people like your social where they can find you?
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at OG Christmas. Facebook, Demarcus Christmas, whatever you want to find me on, man. OG Christmas. OG _Christmas.
And we'll put that all in when the edit come back after this too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What it is and what it ain't. You don't like what we got to say? Join the debate. Copy.